Ivan. Hello friends, I am warmly welcome you all to the STV. Today in our program, The Mirror, we are going to discuss about tourism development in Sri Lanka, how to do the tourism development in Sri Lanka. Tourism, normally tourists travel to Sri Lanka for leisure or business purposes. But last week I read an interesting newspaper article in Daily Financial Times by Mr. 𝗠𝗜𝗥𝗥𝗢𝗥. We believe that is one of giving a green light to Sri Lanka tourism. So we decided to welcome Mr. 𝗠𝗜𝗥𝗥𝗢𝗥 to our program today to discuss further about his concepts and how to do the development, tourism development in Sri Lanka. Mr. 𝗠𝗜𝗥𝗥𝗢𝗥, please tell me who you are and what are your qualifications to discuss about this topic.
Yeah, first of all,
Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan, and good morning to you, Sanjeeva. Very nice to have a chat with you in this morning. I'm a professional, a career hotelier, having around 25 years experience in Sri Lanka, as well as Maldives, Rwanda, then Zanzibar, and United Arab Emirates. So my capacity, I work as a head of finance, and I wrote few articles to Daily Financial Times and Lanka Monthly Digest, and I did a few programs with Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation called Subharati and Sara Prabhagira. Apart from that, my education qualifications, I studied from the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Sri Lanka, and I have an MBA from University of Suffolk, United Kingdom. So I believe, based on my working experience and my knowledge, researches done, as well as I'm a senior contributor of TripAdvisor. You know, it's not like Facebook, it's called the TripAdvisor. So average readers, I'm having around 300,000 all over the world. So I believe I have the minimum qualifications to discuss this with you. Yeah.
Okay, so this concept actually it was very interesting one. So what do you mean with beyond tourism, beyond traditional tourism in Sri Lanka? What is the concept behind it?
The reason is, now we know when it comes to tourism, it means leisure. So people travel to another location or another destination because of various reasons, maybe because of food or to have some kind of relaxation. So that's how the industry works. So even people prefer to travel all over the world other than their home destinations as well. So the tourism mean a tourist is an ambassador to another country. So when a foreigner, maybe UK or USA citizen, when they travel to Sri Lanka, it means we observe them and we make an impression of them and we make a decision based on their behaviors. So that's how the tourists move. Since I'm a hotelier who work in Sri Lanka, Maldives, Zanzibar, then Dubai and Rwanda, so last 25 years or maybe let's say 20 years, what I have observed is the tourism in the global context has been stagnated and it's not moving somewhere. So when we studied for the Master of Business Administration, there's a subject called strategic management. So strategic management, there's a theory called blue ocean theory or blue ocean strategy, actually it's called. It means the market is, it's limited and stuck into a particular area and it's not moving forward. So that's where it need to move to a different dimension called blue ocean in order to expand the business. It's like a niche market which the profit are super profits and you can go up to the maximum levels which you are capable of. That's where this well-being tourism coming into the picture. So what I did around 1.5 years, I did a lot of researches regarding this, and it was in my mind those concepts for a so longer period of time.
Right. So, okay, so well-being tourism. So at the moment, actually, we have specialized hotels who providing Ayurvedic treatments and everything.
Yes.
So, what is the difference between this wellness tourism and well-being tourism?
Yeah, when it comes to Sri Lanka, you know, Ayurvedic. This is an Ayurvedic country. We believe Ayurveda came from India, or maybe during the King Ravana's time. Even we know during the time of King Buddhadasa, he was himself an Ayurvedic doctor. So, in Sri Lankan concepts, there are some hotels which is having wellness tourism, and they are having some kind of some yoga and some kind of special food preparations. But what I wrote to Daily Financial Times is totally different. It called beyond traditional tourism. It's more comprehensive and in-depth analysis regarding the tourism industry, how to be as a person who's having a, I mean, proper what do you call it, proper healthy person. That's the concept behind these articles and what we are going to discuss today.
Okay, so spa center and massage center. So what is the difference between these two concepts?
Yeah, unfortunately, what Sri Lankans have identified these professional spa treatments as a, I mean, massage center. So maybe the spa therapists are not qualified, and they don't, lack of experience. They don't know, I mean, the sensitive points of a human body. So that is the reason why people having a different point of view, and people are very negative minded, especially in Sri Lankan context. But the thing is, as a hotelier who work around 8 years in Maldives, what I have seen is those Balinese, those young ladies whom we employed from Indonesia, they are well trained from the school time. So that's the time they have been trained. So it's called a proper spa treatment, and the value is a premium price. It's not an ordinary price. You know, Sanjeev, very well, everyone can't afford Apple iPhones. Everyone can't afford the Rolls Royce. Everyone can't afford the Benz. So I mean, everyone can't fly in business class. You know how the people, how it's I mean, move around the world. So this is also one of the thing, in order you to differentiate between a normal massage, body massage, and a proper spa treatment.
Okay, so when we talk about this massage center or spa center, sometimes Sri Lanka, some people believing rules and regulation in Sri Lanka, they are blocking path to the development of Sri Lanka tourism. So what do you think about that? Do we need to give some restriction to the these laws, or we have to implement new laws, or what do you think?
I will put this way. Now the thing is, as a hotelier, now you work for us, leading a group of chain as an assistant reservation manager. So you are a leading, industry person. Plus you work overseas. So when you get the first email from a guest regarding his holiday, people may have different kind of impressions, different kind of attitudes, different kind of requirements of a holiday. Some people, maybe in the normal context, they may prefer to have a good plate of food, some kind of variety, some kind of relaxation, because the wife is cooking from the morning 4 a.m. 365 days. So maybe they are seeking some kind of a difference. So maybe that's their context is food. Another person will look into the service. Another person, they will look into the environment. Okay, now this place near to Bolgoda Lake, so we have a different environment. So some people, maybe they will be interested to have some kind of meditation, yoga, or maybe other relaxation. So it's as you experience better than me, maybe around the last 25 years or 30 years in Sri Lanka and Gulf region, you know how the first email from a guest you will receive and how you react, what are his expectations.
Exactly. So really interesting. So what do you think? What are the areas we have to develop? To go forward with tourism industry in Sri Lanka. So what are the areas we have to develop?
What I believe is Sri Lanka, when it comes to the comparative advantages in the region, or regional competitors, or we called in our terms as COMSET. Sri Lanka, we have around our Indian Ocean, India, Seychelles, Mauritius, Zanzibar, then India, Maldives I already mentioned. So those are the countries. So when you analyze the data of Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority or from the reports from the Sri Lanka Immigration, you have seen how many guest arrivals and even how many Sri Lankans they travel to India and other countries. So then you have to understand the guest requirement and what guest is expecting.
We had discussed very interesting concepts and great ideas from you. So, Mr. Virkon, actually, I am still confused between this wellness program and well-being concept. So, can you clarify more about this, your concept about well-being tourism?
Yeah, well-being tourism, the reason why I was so much impressed and did this much of research for this well-being tourism is people, because of the wrong habit of food, because of the reasons, people are, around when they reach to 40s or mid-40s, there are a lot of sicknesses, cholesterol, then liver issues, fatty livers, and then liver enzymes, so those kind of things. The thing is, in traditional way of cooking of a hotel, they only concern regarding the food appearance and the time of deliver it to the guest table. So it's obvious if you visit to a hotel, if you ask something in a la carte, it's not in the not in the buffet, so you won't stay until 1 or 2 hours to have your food. So there need to be some kind of mechanism or techniques or some kind of methodology in order you to have that food within a shorter period of time. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So that is the reason. So when it comes to that way, okay, especially if you take Thai food, what they do, they give a very high temperature or very high fire in order to prepare the food in a very shorter period of time. So no one bother about the nutritious factors, calories, and these things. If the food is presentable, if it is eatable, if guest is impressed when he see the food, so that's the bottom line. No one interested whether it is, how it's affect your digestive system, whether you will get cholesterols, whether you will get, pressure, high blood pressure, sugar issues, or things like that. So you won't consider those things. So that's where it come to the picture. In somewhere in maybe 20-25 years, people are more concerned regarding the preservative foods, the chemical usages. Then all of a sudden people wake up from a deep dream and they went into organic food, and even now organic wines and things like that also there, because people they start refusing this chemical fertilizers. So that's where this well-being came into the picture. So what I have proposed, what I have written in Lanka Monthly Digest is, now your role is a reservation manager role. So apart from your reservation manager role, the person whom I am selecting for this role must be an Ayurvedic doctor. He can be from Vikramaraj Ayurveda of Gampa, which is linked to Kelaniya University or University of Kelaniya. Or maybe he is from University of Colombo, a fresh graduate who is having Ayurvedic background. So then I'm the guest. Then I will send an email, dear Sanjeev, myself and my family with 3 kids, we are willing to stay in your resort or stay in your hotel for a period of 4 days. So then you will write, you will send me an email stating that, dear Mr. Veerakorn, Please kindly elaborate, following details. How old are you? What are the sicknesses you are having? Do you have high blood pressure? Do you have cholesterol issue? Do you have any sugar issue? Do you have any other skin rashes? Do you have food allergies? That's where it's come to the picture. Because if you take KFC, or I'm not criticizing, I should not mention those things. Okay, high branded fast foods. Do you think it will give the required nutritious factors, calories? If you take alcohol, what will happen? Your liver will get weak and it will go up to fatty liver stage 1, 2, 3 and cirrhosis. And apart from that, SGPT, SGOT, gamma GT, those kind of symptoms you will get because of the food. That's where this well-being concept come to the picture. And a place like Sri Lanka, which is having a comparative advantage in the South Asian region or maybe in Asian continent. So we can play a vital role when it comes to preparation of food and without alcohol, where it's come to the picture. So in my case, the front office manager, reservation team, front office team, chef team, they must be aware, they must be alert. Even the front office manager or GR or guest relation officer, when you check in, when I check into the hotel, they will ask, okay, Mr. Virakon, you are not supposed to eat beef, you are not supposed to eat this kind of food, you have to have this kind of traditional drinks, you are not allowed to have liquor. That's where, Sanjeev, it's more descriptive. We can't finish within 1 or 2 programs. It's a very lengthy topic to discuss.
Exactly. So when we talk about this well-being tourism, so our main competitor, South Asia biggest competitor is India. So what do you think? Are we in a similar situation or where we are?
Well-being is actually started in India. Now Maldives, there are 2 resorts because India, we believe it's the origin of Ayurveda, because as per the known information and researches which I did. So still, I believe even, forget about this well-being concept or forget about the other things, even as a icon, Sri Lanka is far behind than the regional competitors because of the room rates, because of the revenue and things like that.
Actually, we have a great history with Ayurveda and we have a lot of potential on Ayurveda. But still, a lot of tourists who are looking for Ayurveda treatment, they are still not reaching to us. They are going away from us, like Maldives and India. So what do you think? What is the reason? And
simply, I can give you an answer in one word. It's called the publicity or marketing. The thing is, the clientele which we are seeking for this, maybe they are not Facebook users, maybe they are not in Twitter, maybe they are not in WhatsApp, maybe they are not, they may be the most busiest people on earth. Maybe that's the reason where the proper advertising and proper marketing campaign must come into the picture. That's why I propose a long time back to the Nation's newspaper. We have to select, we have to do an analysis. Okay, one more thing. In a travel and living channel, if you advertise Sri Lanka as a destination in travel and living channel, it won't go. The thing is, those people are very much busy. So that's where what we have to do is, we have to select the most, high-end flights traveling all around the world. And we have to select the business class passengers. And then we have to select the in-flight magazine. Then page number 2, 3, 4. We have to put a nice advertisement regarding Sri Lanka. And we have to mention them the potentialness of this country. 65,610 square kilometers. Maximum temperature will be this much and minimum temperature is this much. And within this shorter period of time you can travel. This is the only destination on earth which you can travel from the highest temperature to lowest temperature. We are having wildlife, we are having nice rivers, artificial tanks, whitewater rafting, safaris, what we don't have.
So you still believe and you are advising us to not to stuck with the traditional marketing techniques and we have to go beyond that. Yeah?
That's why I mentioned you a few minutes ago, this is blue ocean strategy.
Yes.
The ocean is unlimited.
Yeah.
So you need to do proper marketing. That's why where the government must come to the picture. Because individual tourist hotel owner, he will be maybe not in a position to do this kind of budget, because he may be having funding issues and there may be marketing issues. So that's where the government must come to the picture and send this destination and announce this destination to the entire world.
Thank you, Mr. Veerarakon, STV viewers and Mirror viewers. With that, we are going to finish our program for today. But I know you have more questions and I also have more questions. So we need to clarify these questions. So we will come again to you very soon to discuss further questions regarding his concepts and to get more details from his concept. So see you again. Ayubowan.
Thank you.